wanna comfort you, I know you've been alone. Oh, where do you go? In your head when in the real world there's snow. Oh, I know how you hate the cold. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Fight to leave, fight to leave, fight to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for a soul. Grab it from what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing we're searching for it's just waiting back home. Waiting back home. You've done your walking, probably enough for two. Often you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes. Sad to see that you still have more to go.
Like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly. Anyway, I know it isn't. Oh, my God.
Right into our hearts.
Music.
It does, doesn't it? Teresa, you're so...
It's like steps are melting away. What is it, about our feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool. It's just over the lawn and in the village grove. It'll be lovely now.
Tracy, you're tremendous.
Put me in your pocket.
Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for your soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing you're searching for has been waiting back home. I stay waiting for you. I stay waiting for you. I stay waiting for you.
Testing, testing, testing. Peace and love, spread love, not hate. Smash that like button on your way in. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, but we back in full effect. I appreciate everybody stopping by and hitting the like button. Good morning, good morning, good morning. First and foremost, let's give praise to God. Let's thank Him for waking us up again and being able to do it again and again and again and again and again. I want to say thank you for all my blessings, first and foremost. Thank you for having a platform to be able to speak on and talk about issues that involve myself and the society and the community that I come from. You know what I mean? Definitely grateful for that. And just, always give praise. All praise is due to God. Say His name. Word straight like that. Um, Today's stream is a food for thought stream. You know, shall we continue? What's your purpose? Thank you for coming in. Please hit that like button, share the stream, pull up on your boy. Um, yeah, but what's your purpose in everything? You know, it's been a minute since I've been on here. I've been on here, but like I haven't been doing streams myself personally. But I've been in the YouTube streets. I've been seeing everybody doing what they doing, and keep doing you. That's all I can say. But do you with a purpose. That's the food for thought. Check out my community chest where you can find food for thought um topics, and you can read up on you. Maybe it can do something for you. You know what I mean? But good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, what's your purpose? With anything you do, you should have a purpose. Whether it's a job, you know what I'm saying? You should be at that job executing with a purpose. A hobby, love life, have a purpose, have a reason for what you're doing. A lot of people have many different reasons for why they do what they do. What's your reason? What's your purpose? You know? One of the things that have kept me off of YouTube for a long time is, me mastering my skills and taking it full force and head on and being successful at what I do. For those of you that don't know, I'm a chef, executive chef, career chef by choice. Something I love doing, something that I want to do, and that's my purpose. My purpose is to work and achieve greatness. That's my purpose. What's yours? I see a lot of people moving with no direction, no purpose in life. They're just aimlessly going about. And the reason why I say what's your purpose is because like it'll help you avoid situations that help you avoid the smoke. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be around individuals who have a lot of negative energy. So what's your purpose about being around certain people that you around? One time a little bit back I asked God to remove the things from me that no longer have a purpose in my life. And I found myself very, very lonely. And I said, well, why I don't have friends? Why I don't have people that call me and say, hey, man, let's hang out, you know? And I remembered that I had asked God to remove certain things from my life, and that He did. He'll work, won't He? Gotta work. Definitely will. So with that being said, like I said, I found myself lonely. And it wasn't that I was lonely. He did what I asked him to do. God did what I asked him to do. Ask and you shall receive. Right? I also asked God for, a partner, a life partner, someone I can be with for the rest of my life, the second half. And that's something I'm working on now. Y'all know. I'll share that with you. You'll know how I do. The content is real life content. The content is me. Ain't never gonna stop doing that. And that's what it's always gonna be, you heard? Um, so what's your purpose? Have a reason why you have people in your life. You know what I mean? If they not there and you feel a negative vibe, get them out of your situation, you know? For real, for real. Have a purpose for everything. Everything that you do, that's the food for thought. It'll lead you to greatness because you can do stuff aimlessly and not know why you're doing it. You know, tap into that divine energy and let it take you, let it guide you where you need to go. Yo, salute all heart. See you, my G. What it do? But yeah, what's your purpose? Um, so another purpose of mine of being on YouTube is to, create a space of peace for myself. That was the purpose. And I kind of lost my way a little bit, and that's what led me to not being on YouTube so much. I kind of got entangled in entanglement. Shout out to Jada Pickens and young boy. Uh, I forgot homeboy name, but yeah, August Osina for the word entanglement. They blew that thing up, didn't they? But yeah, what's your purpose? So I kind of lost my way here on YouTube. I was on here for a reason, and I kind of got entangled in the other stuff, and it kind of turned me off to being on here as much. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm back with a different purpose, and you might ask me, well, what's different from the last time you was on here? Well, the thing that's going to be different this time around is I won't be distracted. I won't allow myself to be distracted. I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated. That's a fact. Yo, yeah, word entanglement, my G. Shout out to them. Salute to them for making that word bigger than it is, larger than life word right there. Because a lot of us, and the word entanglement, right? It's kind of like it kind of goes with the topic today. Like, what's your purpose of being with somebody? What's the purpose? Whether I so with Jada and August, what was their purpose of doing what they was doing, and was it fulfilled? Was the purpose just for casual sex? Because if we can say that, maybe that purpose was fulfilled. You know what I mean? But have a purpose and stick to it. Word up, and I'm guaranteeing that at least you'll find some kind of fulfillment in what it is you're doing, whether you reach that goal or not. Yo, what up, realist? Salute, my G. Yeah, we back in business. We back in business. But yeah, tap into the purpose of what it is that you're doing. You're saving money. What's your purpose to save the money? Always have a purpose, and you'll find yourself being successful at what it is you're doing. If you want to be, a successful business owner, move with a purpose. Like, invest in yourself and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you'll find that it's easier to be successful once you have a purpose. So again, my purpose for being on YouTube, since this is where we at, this is the platform that we on right now, is to start the fuck shit. I'm just playing, but there is people that's like that. Yeah, definitely, to give praise, spark the mind that might change the world. Salute to the GOAT Tupac, yeah. But yeah, that's my purpose here. To deliver content that means something to me. You know what I mean? Yo, what's going on, Sir Anthony? Or salute, salute. Thank you for the trolling. All trolling, inappropriate or appropriated, will be accepted. Best believe we can be with the fuck shit, but is that our purpose? Not really. Only if it have to be. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. And I see a lot of topics that I just want to dive into. So I got a lot of great stuff coming. As the season picks up. The YouTube season, and I hope to bring at least a good 12 episodes to the platform that are like, impactful. And to start it off, our first one is what's the purpose? I took a long layoff from YouTube, and what's my purpose for coming back? For a minute, I didn't even know what to come back for. You heard? Like, why to come back? Am I gonna just be a viewer, a supporter, which I don't mind doing. I don't mind doing that, but you know what I'm saying? Or am I gonna come back and deliver content that people can enjoy and that people want to hear and people want to take part in? Am I going to come back and deliver content for that? And I said, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And hopefully there's no obstacles, no hurdles, no interference, no haters, no fuck shit, none of that. But you already know where we at. You already know the space that, you know, the realm that we in. So expect the unexpected. That's the type of person I am. I'm not naive to the things that are going on around me when I put myself in certain positions or certain places. You know what I mean? So I'm very mindful of where I'm at, but I also got a purpose. You know what I mean? So uninterrupted, I will serve my purpose uninterrupted. You heard? Yeah, that's a fact. Food for thought. Food for thought is important for me because it's an outlet. It helps me express myself and get things off my mind and off my chest that rented space in my head. You know what I mean? Things that I see, maybe whether it's you know social media, TV, or just hearing people speak about it. I know a lot of y'all have hearing a lot of the things that's going on. One of the things I've heard a lot on this space is the Jess Pearly topic. Um, Passport Bros. Um, Things like that. Yeah, shout out to Donald Trump, New York. Donald Trump said, "Get up and grab them by the you know what." I don't recommend that for everybody, but that was Donald Trump's purpose. But shout out to everybody who believe in something and stand up for it and don't bail when it goes and gets rough. Right? You know what I mean? Shout out to that. Shout out for being a stand up person. I mean, we don't give praise to people being stand up people. Salute to Oral Heart, Realist for being who they be. You know what I mean? Sir Anthony in the house. But shout out for being those stand up people. Because you don't find too many people like that. You find a lot of facades, a lot of representatives. People that give you their representative, and then once you really get to know them, then you find out who they are, and you find out you don't mesh well, right? And there you go. There's another thing that goes with what's the purpose. So what's your purpose of making these connections with people? Is it business purposes? Is it, you just want a friend, a buddy to hang out with, to chill with? So if those are your purpose, then you set guidelines. You draw a line in the sand and you don't allow that purpose to cross that line. So say for instance, if you make a friend, you know what I mean? You make that friend and maybe that's your friend just for watching sports. You know what I mean? That's the purpose. So this way you can eliminate all the other fuck shit. If you're only hanging out with this person just for sports, then that's what you'll do. You'll find yourself at a sports bar or maybe in a man cave watching the game and shit like that. And you won't find yourself out there cheating on your wife, hanging out in the club, in arguments with people, fighting and shooting and ripping and running. You know how we do on that thug shit. But yeah. You won't find yourself in those type of situations when your purpose is only to hang out and, kick it for some sports and stuff like that. Like for me, for instance, I'm a chef and I like to bounce ideas off of other chefs. So I'm in the chef community. And what's my purpose for that? To stay trending. As a chef, you have to stay trending. You have to trend with the foods and change with the times because people they get tired of the same thing all the time, especially with food. So that's my purpose for, you know, hanging out with other chefs, and I don't find myself in fuck shit. It's not a very exciting life. I do travel, I do get to see a lot of things, but um, I fulfill my purpose. You know what I mean? Hopefully you live when I finish up. Okay. Yo, what up, Queen? What it do? Queen Cascade is in the building. Salute, salute. Good to see you, my queen. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I've been in a little hiatus. I was kind of turned off from YouTube as far as you know creating content because it's just full of so many fakes and phonies. That's my new thing. The fakes and phonies. REs in the building. What it do? What it do? Salute to you. See you. Thanks for the pull up. Appreciate it. But yeah, what's your purpose? Are you here for the fuck shit? If you're here for the fuck shit, then there's plenty of it. Plenty of it out there for you to indulge in. You know, don't get me wrong. I like to indulge in it sometimes myself. I definitely do. I know the pull up is real. My pull up game is real. A lot of people are thrown off by, you know, my temperament sometimes. Like if you take me there, then you'll find out. It's kind of one of those things. If you know, you know, and you really don't want to know, but if you know, you know. You heard? Um, but yeah, I'm back, and I'm back with a purpose. We're gonna deliver this content. We're gonna break the mold. We're gonna give praise. We always gonna give praise. We always gonna say thank you. I know I thank them. I thank them all the time. Um, I thank them for having the ability to pay StreamYard and be able to bring as many people up on the panel as I like. You know, I got that. I got that opportunity to do so. So why not do it with a purpose? You heard? Um, and plus, I feel like it's gonna be fun for me again. That's another thing. That's another purpose of mine. You know, to have some fun, to do things and have some fun. So that's another reason why I'm back. I told you why I was gone for a while. The purpose now is to have some fun and let it all go, and not to have any type of interference and say, "Yo, fuck all the bullshit, man." For real, for real. You know, let the haters hate and let the rich get richer. Let's stack this bread. Let's get this money. However you getting it, you know, always say thank you. Word up. All right. Yeah, I mean, yo, Sir Anthony, we all indulge in it. We all like a little bit of it here and there, so there ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Tommy had been having his time taken down and stuff like that. I've been watching. I don't know what's been going on with that, but yeah, man. Like if you wanna indulge in that, there's plenty places for you to go for that. You know, sometimes I even like to sit back and enjoy it myself. Trust me, I do. Um, Another purpose of mine is to say, you know, move over to the phony and the fake brothers and sisters out there. The real is here. You know, I'm back. I consider myself one of the real ones, and you know, I pat myself on the back for that all the time. I don't need nobody else to tell me, "Hey, you a G, you solidified." I mean, it's nice to hear, but I don't. I tell you, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a purpose, maybe you should find one really, really, really soon. You know, no matter what it is you're doing, and watch the progress. If I'll tell you what, if I was with the fuck shit and that was my purpose, I could jump right in. You know what I mean? I can jump right in. You know, but that's not my purpose, and I would have a good time too. I would have most of y'all that know me know y'all know what's up. I turn up. You know, I live a good life and I have fun. Another one of my purposes is to make sure that it's a real time purpose, y'all. It's a real time purpose. Get back to God, straight like that, as pure as possible. I've been doing a lot of praying since I've been going through what I've been going through, and it's been helpful for me. That's all I can say. That's the best advice I can give you as far as what you believe in. That's my testimony. I pray, and it's helpful for me. You know, um, to make sure my kids are successful. You know, at what it is they want to do, That's another purpose of mine. You see where I'm going with this? What's the purpose? Like when I laid down and had kids, I always felt like that. I never wanted to just have kids without an idea of what I want for my children. And as they grow up in life and they're becoming successful, and I'm aiding them in that, I'm fulfilling my purpose of having kids. I'm not just aimlessly sticking my thing in women and making babies that I ain't gonna take care of. Salute to the real fathers out there, real stand up guys, you know what I mean? You know. That's all I'm gonna say. When you know, you know. Um, but yeah, that's my purpose for that. Just not to be making these babies that I ain't taking care of and leaving them all around un unaided and untaken care of, fatherless children. You know what I mean? That was always my purpose. I mean, like having sex is fun, great. It's a good feeling. You know what I mean? But there's for every action is a reaction, and if you shoot up the club, you know what I mean, know that there's gonna be a baby from that. So don't shoot the club up aimlessly. You know, I said I'm gonna have these babies, and it's crazy because I wanted to have a boy, right? That was my first. I said I want to have a boy. I want him to live the life I didn't live, and I ain't get to live and play sports and yada yada yada. When you parents, you all know what we expect from our kids, and they grow up to be whoever it is they gonna turn out to be. A lot of the times, they don't become who we wanted them to become. You know, um, I was also on the other end of that. I'm pretty sure my parents wanted me to be the president of the world or some sort of astronaut in NASA or running back for the New York Giants or something like that. But I turned out to be a content creator on YouTube. Are they happy? I'm pretty sure my mother and father is happy with what I'm currently doing in my life right now. But is that the vision that they had when I was conceived? I don't know. I don't know. But I most definitely became a respectful citizen in the community that I'm involved in. I can say that for the most part. Um, so again, do everything with a purpose. What's your purpose? What is your purpose today and from now on? Ask yourself that every time you participate in something. Like for people who are Weight Watchers, eat with a purpose. Are you eating to fulfill your calorie intake? Are you eating to fulfill your hunger? Because if you're eating to fulfill your hunger, then it's portion control. If you're eating for your calories, then it's being mindful of what you buy and what you put into your body. You know what I mean? With a purpose. Dating. If you're dating just for casual sex, go into it like that. Start those conversations that way. You know what I'm saying? And you might get more lucky that way. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I love being one, all heart. I'm a damn good one too at that. But it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of hard work to get there. Like it wasn't easy. I always felt like once I graduated from culinary school, I was always a chef. The moment I graduated, that's the title I took on myself, regardless of where I was working, what position I was in. I'm always a chef at heart because I earned that. That's something that they couldn't take from me if they wanted to. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna be a chef at heart. Um, when I first came onto the platform, people always asked me about my name. People always questioned was I a certified chef and things like that. And I was kind of keeping it, a secret because it was dear to me. My career is dear to me. I love what I do. I didn't, and my purpose for being on YouTube didn't have nothing to do with my career as a chef, but I am a chef, and I was using that title, and people were um curious about whether I really a chef or not. So I started to share some of the content, some of my foods, and some of the things that I've did in life. If you haven't seen anything that I've cooked or anything like that, I was in a couple of cooking contests. I did win. Shout out to Lady La 2.0. That's who I was in the cooking contest with. I've also was proposed to be in one with Queen Cascade. We're gonna take care of that. Yo, what's up, Just Angel? She says, "Eat to live, live to love." Or he says, "Just Angel." Or I don't know if you're, but it's good to see you. Thank you. Definitely eat to live and live to love. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Is your purpose to be a millionaire? Well, you need to put yourself around and in situations that can aid you in that. You know, is your purpose to be healthy and fit? Then you need to align yourself with people that are healthy and fit. Maybe your hangout spot, instead of being the club and restaurants, it should be the gym and anything healthy. There's a lot of shout out to the health conscious people out there. Health conscious people are some of the most wonderful, wonderful people in the world, right? Um, they have great energy. Salute to them. That's what I want to say. Salute to those people. Um, so with that being said, who is doing something? What type of people are normally doing things without a purpose, right? And if you do your research on that type of thing, you'll find out that people that do stuff without a purpose are not the most favorable people you want to be around. And why do I say that? It's important that you understand why do I say this. Because when people don't have a purpose and you have a purpose and you put yourself in proximity to those people, guess what might happen? They might steal your bag of trips. They might steal your ideas. They like leeches. They latch onto you and they suck away all your goodness, all your good energy. That's their purpose. To take other people's purpose and make it their own. Because no matter how hard they try, right, they don't got a purpose. They're empty. You know? Try to stay away from those people. Try to stay as far away as those people as you can. And if not, keep a close eye on them. Sometimes it is good to have the people that hate you around you so you can see they move so you can make your next move. But if you eliminate all of that from the get go, that's something you won't have to worry about along the way in life. I've lived 40 plus years, and there's just certain things that I'm privy to say that I haven't experienced anything of that nature because of the choices that I've made in life. I don't have situations where I can talk about a drama filled baby mama. I don't have that situation. That's not my situation, you know. Or thanks for being at work and still being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the support. And I like that. I just like that shit, man. I appreciate it. Y'all don't even know how much I liked it, and I appreciate the support. And good morning to everybody rolling in, strolling in. I appreciate you. What's your purpose? Food for thought with your boy Chef Disaster. You know what I'm saying? What's your purpose? Do you have one? If you have a purpose that you would like to share, put it in the chat. Let me know what's up. I want to hear it. I want to talk about it. My purpose is to deliver this mind blowing content. That's why I'm back on YouTube. We back in full effect. Smash that like button, please. Thank you, and share the stream. Your boy appreciate it. What's your thoughts on the James Beard Award? Well, that's a great question, Sir Anthony, and it's a great achievement. It's like the MVP. You know how they got like the MVP in the NFL and the NBA and all the sports stuff. Well, the James Beard Award is sort of like the MVP of the chef world, and the prestige and the dedication. It's like your hard work does pay off, even to be mentioned for it. You know, your hard work pays off. That's how I feel about the James Beard Award. I know a couple of chefs that have won that award. I've been to the event at least 3 times. If you love food, if you absolutely love food, y'all, attend one of those events, and you'll see some of the most talented, most inspiring foods and ingredients from some of the most talented chefs across the country. Um, I've been to the one in New York in Manhattan, like I said, 3 times. Definitely a great experience. If you haven't been, do yourself the favor and participate in that. You won't, your money won't be wasted. But that's a great question. No, I'm not. If you want to tell me about Tiffany Derry, shout out to her if she's doing something positive. I would definitely like to hear about it. But no, I'm not. I'm not familiar with her, Sir Anthony. Um, but yeah, what's your purpose? What is your purpose? If I set my goal and I said I wanted to be a part of that, even though participation isn't that you can control your destiny on the James Beard, but participation alone isn't the only thing to get you where you're going as far as that. Um, but yes, if that was one of my goals, I'm sure I would already have been nominated for that. My main goal was fulfillment. Um, Fulfillment as far as I wanted. There was a void that I had to fill. Once I didn't become the sports star that I wanted to be, like everybody would be like, everybody's loving you once they see like if they see like you can be something, you'll have all the friends in the world, and all the extra love from all your family members, all the extra love from the women out there, all the extra what's up bros from the bros out there. But the moment that that glimmer of hope is not there anymore, out the window goes all those accolades and praises and stuff like that, right? And I was an athlete, a very good one, and I had promise and stuff like that. But once I didn't achieve that goal, it left a void in my life. And I like being recognized, and I like being praised, and I like being, acknowledged for the things that I do. So I felt like becoming a chef was going to fulfill that void, that purpose for me. And I took it on full force. I embraced the whole thing of becoming a chef, and not just to cook, and not just to say I can cook, and not just to be doing something, but for fulfillment. And of course, stability. Stability definitely was a purpose of mine for becoming a chef. So I did it with the mindset of I'm doing this to make a lot of money, not to just put food on the table, not to just put clothes on my back, not to just take care of my kids, but to make plenty money. That was my purpose, and like I said, to fulfill that void after I didn't become the major football star that I wanted to be. And it's worked for me. I'm not gonna say it worked for you, but it worked for me. Oh, okay. I bet the food there is delicious. Yeah, there's a lot of sisters that really do their thing. I've linked up with a lot of great chefs, women chefs that are just like mind blowing. They make mind blowing food and they do their thing very inspiring. Um, Women are masters in the kitchen, masters, and the plate is their canvas. They're very good. I know uh, um a lot of bakers, when I went to school. A lot of women took the baking syllabus and they can just bake their ass off, like cupcakes, cake designs, houses, pocketbooks, you name it, they can do it. You know what I mean? So shout out to the women in the culinary field that are out there doing their thing and inspiring other women like themselves to be great at the craft and to embrace the craft and not just to take it on as a job, but to understand that it's a skill, it's a mindset, it's a way of life. You know what I mean? It's not just a job. If you go into it, if your purpose is just a job, a lot of the times those people burn out really fast. They don't last because it's not just a job. It's a mindset. You gotta want to do it. And again, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. So you went from football cleats to Crocs. How do you live with yourself? You know what, Sir Anthony? You're right. How do I live with myself? Because I'm just as competitive as a chef as I was a tailback and a strong safety. How do I live with myself? I live with myself. I give all praises to God. You know what I mean? I let Him sort out the rest. You know, and that's how I live with myself. You know, embracing the art and staying competitive. I never lost my competitiveness, not once. I'm competitive, very competitive. You know, and it fulfills me to know that if I got your butt in the kitchen, Sir Anthony, I cook you under the table, bruh. It's something. It does something for me to know that. You know what I mean? that's how do I. That's how I live. That's how I live with myself. That's how. You know, if it was just me and you and the iron skillet, my cornbread would be much better than your cornbread. That's how. You know, very competitive. Um, and that says a lot. You know, but you know, as an athlete, I'm pretty sure I would have ran circles around you as an athlete. You know, you see how I live with myself. You see how competitive I am. But your trolling is amazing, as promised. Your trolling is right on time, as promised. Salute to you. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Sir Anthony, it's okay. That's why I get paid the big bucks. You know, supply and demand. There's nothing wrong with not knowing how to cook. But guess what? You can call a guy that can do the cooking. You know, I'm not the guy when it comes to home improvements around the house. I'm not the guy, but I make the money to pay the guy to fix the things. You know, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, you was a tailback too. Word. Okay, so you got good vision. You gotta have good vision. You gotta be able to see to be a good tailback. And then to be a great tailback, you gotta be able to see, vision, and react really, really fast. Your reaction time gotta be on point. You know, vision and reaction. Because sometimes you only got a split second. That hole is only open for a split second. It's not gonna stay open forever. You got to be able to make that decision. Do I go or what? You know, and that competitiveness that I did out there on the football field and in wrestling, I brought with me to the culinary field. Yo, you see he trolling right though. I like the energy though. You see he trolling. He said it though. He said it. He said it. Yo, G5, what it do? Salute. Salute. He said it though. Good morning. What's your purpose? This is a food for thought stream. What's your purpose? Let me go back. Let me remind everybody so nobody don't be tripping on Sir Anthony. Y'all don't trip on Sir Anthony. Yo, at least he honest. See what I mean? This is stand up people. As he promised, just stopping by to troll you for a minute. Salute. Respectfully trolling me. See that? As promised. As promised. This is a stand up guy right here. There's something to say. There's something to say about a stand up guy. Yeah. Um so yeah, what's your purpose? What is your purpose? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come up, talk about it? You can. Feel free. Please hit that like button on your way in and share the stream. Share the stream. Hold on. Let me see what I'm gonna do about this link. I'll put it in there. Yes, sir. Let's go. What they doing? Hey, how they do it? How they do it? How they do it? Hey, how they do it? There's the link. What's your purpose? It's your boy Chef Disaster 3.0. Food for thought. Smash the like button. Alright, I just wanted to get a jab about the Crocs. I'm done trolling. Salute to you, Chef. Hey, yo, Sir Anthony, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Harmless, definitely harmless. But you know what? I started out in the culinary field. Yeah, it's funny. I used to like want Crocs, all the name brand Crocs. Anthony Batali has some good ones. But I switched now to Birkenstein's, which are great culinary shoes. They're a little more expensive than Crocs, but they're worth the money. It saves your joints and your knees and stuff like that. We're working on the floors in the kitchens. But salute to you, good brother. Good brother, Sir Anthony, man. I appreciate you, man. I know I see you around a few places. Me and you, we started off trolling each other. I think that's how we met. So, hey, I already know, good brother. Chef, I thought maybe you were cooking today. I was drooling already. Yo, G5, I'm always cooking. You see the wings, right? I'm always cooking something. Yesterday I made lentil soup with smoked turkey. Fire. Fire. I make really, really good soups. Like I'm sort of like the soup nuts. But I do have some shorts on the channel. Check out my shorts. Hit the like button. I appreciate all the viewers, all the comments. Stop by and look at some of the things I do. Look at the plating. Me. Let me tell you something about me. People always say, why don't you teach people how to do things, right? And I'm all for that, right? I'm all for that. If I feel like you appreciate what it is that I have to show you and have to teach you, then I'll do it. But I paid a lot. I paid a lot in money, also in time, blood, sweat, and tears. And that's not just something I want to just give away. I earned it, and I just don't want to give away. But I can say this: in the things that I do show, right? If you really love food and you look at what I'm doing, there's a lesson in everything I present on the content on the channel. There's a lesson in everything I present to you. I'm not just gonna give away what I paid for and the time and the effort I put into. I'm not big on that because it wasn't easy for me to get to where I'm at. And this industry is very cutthroat, and you have to learn on your toes. You have to learn through experience. You have to get out and do it. It's not one of those things where you're in a book, you're in the classroom, you learn it, and you get out there and you're automatically it. Nah, that's not how it goes. It's not a lot. That's not how it goes. Absolutely, Sir Anthony. Absolutely. No, I remember, and it was like a topic. It was a topic that Faith was having that me and you. I don't know if we were in disagreement or agreement, but by the end of the thing, we came to a medium by the end of the stream. So the respect is there, good brother. The respect is there. That's a fact, though. That's definitely a fact. Um. So yeah, what is your purpose? I started out saying today's purpose. Mine was why am I back on YouTube after being away for a long, long period of time? Well, I found some more enjoyment in making content and being able to speak and share my thoughts. So I'm back. We're gonna have we're gonna have some great topics because I've been thinking. My mind's been going, 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 going. So you know, there's things we have to and we must talk about. I know I'm behind. It's gonna seem like I'm behind, but there's a lot of things I want to touch on. The reaction to certain things that have been on the platform, like people overreact a whole lot. Like they just like once something happens, you'll have like 30,000 content creators talking about the same thing. And there's pros and cons to that. And one of the pros is you find out how stupid people really are, and you don't take everything so serious because when I tell you there is some dumb people out there, yo, there really is. And I know it's mean to say, but hey, I'm not the one that's telling them to get on this platform and expose their dumbness. They doing it on their own, you know. All right, people tend not to like me because my base is the Black Manosphere. Okay, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. There's nothing wrong with what you participate in, man. It's not that me. I don't have a problem with not liking you. Like there's certain things you can do that make me say I don't like you, but for the most part, you haven't done any of that. And just for you being in the Black Manosphere, those are your those are your beliefs. That's where you want to be. That's what you want to participate. I'm sure you have a purpose for being a representation of that space, and there's nothing wrong with that. Word up, right? So salute to you, man. Right, 30 different people. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, but I did so. There's some reactions to that type of stuff. Like, why is it that people in this space react that way? Why? Like, there's a lot of clout chases here, and that's their purpose. And so be it. But that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm about over here. Right? That's not what I'm for. That's not my purpose. My purpose is not the clout chase. So sometimes there's topics that I won't even talk about. I might hear about it. I make my analysis uh, from here, about what's going on. And if I think the topic is, you know, gonna rattle the feathers, shake the bee's nest, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? But a lot of the things don't deserve praise like that because it's just a big old clout chase. It's a big old clout chase. Like, you know, put the hundo sign. If you, if maybe it's just me, maybe it's just me. Hey, but are you freaking tired of hearing about the passport bros? Like, all right already. But hey, that's what people want to talk about. That's what they're going to talk about. More power to them. So I've heard over 100 different perspectives about the passport bros. Some good, some bad, but they're out there. They're out there. That's not my purpose, but it does make for an interesting time kill. You know, to see people ponder over something other people want to do with their lives. Right? Those people have made choices to do what they want to do with their life. It's their life, right? How can something that they made a decision to do with their life be so impactful on other people that they got to talk about 24/7 around the clock? I've never had things like that be so impactful on me. I could care less where the fuck you go. I could care less if you take your passport and go to the motherfucking moon. That's my shit right there. Talking to the moon. You got me Nintendo. But yeah, I could care less. But there's people that care where you go with your passport. Like make that make sense. There are people that care that you spend your $100. I don't know what is $100 now, $100+ for the passport. I know it was like 110, 115 for me. But you spend your money to get your passport to go somewhere and do whatever it is that you see fit that you want to do. Why do so many people have an interest in you doing that? Tell me that. Tell me that. You know? But that's just me. That's how I feel. You know? Now now one thing that was interesting to me and not interesting like but interesting like whoopie woo. It was interesting like for real? That was going on? Because there's a lot of sheep out here, yo. I've if you sit back and take it in, you sit back and you look, you become the shepherd. There's a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, there are a lot of sheep out there, bro. Just following blindly. But the whole that Jess Pearly thing, you know, and it's just crazy how people will follow blindly, not even to do their research to find out what it is they find. And again, what's your purpose to having certain people in your life, content creators included, but will follow blindlessly, aimlessly, and then find out something bad about the person that would be so obviously obvious, and then you go like you didn't know that you was following this person and you didn't know that. Like that to me is mind boggling. Why people, grown adults, find themselves in that type of situation, being bamboozled. Your purpose should not to be bamboozled, not to be taken advantage of, not to be scammed, not to be led astray. You know, I thank him. I give praise. All praise due, you heard? All praise due. I thank him. Yo, I thank him so much. Like I thank him like all the time. I thank God all the time. Um so with that being said, right? That's not my purpose to be on here to react to what other people are saying or what they're doing. My purpose is to enlighten, to motivate, to participate, and fulfillment. All right. Hats off to Jason Black for rocking the boat over just Pearly. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who brought things to the light, man. That needed to be brought to the light. You know what I'm saying? Stop the sheep from following blindly. I mean, and you know the funny thing about sheep, you expose the person out there following blindly, and guess what the sheep turn around and do? They go find somebody else to follow blindly. So you might as well leave their ass right where they at, because sheep gonna be sheep. Sir Anthony, the sheep are going to continue to be sheep because that's the only thing they know. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Tell me I'm lying. As much information has been put out there, there will be sheep still following blindly. Don't be sheep, man. How do we? You might say, Chef Disaster. How do I avoid from being a sheep? I don't consider myself a sheep. How do I avoid from being a sheep? You got to do stuff with purpose. Right? People that want to follow me, that want to hit the like button on my content, hint, hint. If you ain't hit the like button, please hit it. But yeah, your purpose maybe to get some cooking tips, to hear some good testimony. Maybe just you like my New York accent and you just want to hear some New York shit. That's the purpose. Are you fulfilled by coming over to my content? Maybe you just want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting your fulfillment? And that'll easily help you from becoming sheep. You know? Don't be sheep, man. Don't be a sheep. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be sheep. I know there's gotta be some sheep out there, but like I don't want to be one. I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely don't want to be one. I don't want to be following somebody and then look up and be like, damn, I wasted 3 years following these people, supporting the content, and it wasn't even worth it. After these 3 years, you know what I got? Bad blood. You know what I'm saying? Bad blood. But it's all good though. We all make mistakes. It's how you come back after you figure out what the mistake was. It's about that comeback. You heard? But I'd like to thank everybody for coming through. Again, peace and love, spread love, not hate. What is your purpose for being on YouTube? Chef Disaster. Mine is to deliver great content, inspire, enlighten, and to have some fun. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to thank all the support. I'd like to thank everybody, Sir Hart, Sir Anthony, All Heart Grit and Grind, Realist, G5, Queen Cascade, everybody that pulled up on me. Thank you so very much for participating in my first live stream after my hiatus. We back in the building. It's time to get to the content, you heard? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I will be back maybe throughout the day or something like that. Be out on the lookout. Keep the notification bell tapped in. I appreciate you. Peace and love, spread love, not hate. Enjoy the outro as it was the intro. I thank you. Socially.
In the darkest hour, I wanna comfort you. I know you've been alone. Oh, where do you go? In your head, when in the real world there's snow. Oh, I know. Oh, I know how you hate the cold. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Fight to leave, fight to leave, fight to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for a soul. Grab it from what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing we're searching for it's just waiting back home. Waiting back home. And you've done your walking, probably enough for two. Often you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes. Sad to see that you still have more to go.
Let me tell you something, Tracy. It can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly. Anyway, I know it isn't. Oh my, we're out of our minds.
Right into our hearts.
Music.
It does, doesn't it? Tracy, you're so...
If my instincts are melting away. What is it? Have I got feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool. It's just over the lawn and in the village grove. It'll be lovely now.
Tracy, you're tremendous.
Put me in your pocket.
Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for your soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing you're searching for has been waiting back home. I stay waiting for you.
I stay waiting for you. Peace and love for love, not hate. It's your boy, Sexy Bastard 3.0. Social Balance TV. Thank you all for coming in, pulling up. I'm out.